According to a report from the National Institute on Aging, up to 65% of men over the age of 60 say they feel a decline in vitality, low energy, and a lack of the endurance they once had in their younger years. What is surprising is that most of them are already taking vitamins, using supplements, and even following strict diets. But why are the results still not showing? The answer may lie in a small detail that few people notice: the type of food you choose each day. Some foods may seem healthy, but actually offer little support for hormonal health. On the other hand, there are simple, familiar foods that Western scientists are now calling as a natural key to male vitality and prostate health in later life. In this video, I will guide you through what that food is, why it has such a powerful effect, and how to use it the right way. Before we continue, please take a second to hit the follow button. If this content speaks to you, type the number 1 below. If not quite yet, feel free to type 0. Many people often believe that after turning 60, the body's reduced flexibility, lower energy levels, and a lack of initiative in intimate relationships are simply due to aging. But the truth is, that is not entirely accurate. Age may slow down some bodily processes, but it is not the only reason. What quietly affects men's vitality after 60 is the change in internal hormones, especially testosterone. Along with diet, sleep, physical activity, and emotional health, testosterone in men begins to decline after the age of 35, but the decrease becomes much more noticeable after age 55 or 60. This hormone plays a critical role in many essential functions, such as producing energy, maintaining muscle mass, supporting prostate function, and regulating mood and memory. When testosterone levels drop too low, men may feel constantly tired, experience poor sleep, mood swings, difficulty focusing, and, most notably, a loss of confidence in moments of closeness. In addition to hormonal changes, another important factor is blood circulation. Blood flow acts as the body's energy delivery system. When circulation slows and does not reach critical areas effectively, not only brain and heart health, but also male vitality can be negatively affected. This is why many older adults feel cold, have numb hands and feet, or recover slowly after physical activity, if the blood is not strong enough to carry oxygen and nutrients to the organs responsible for vitality. Then, even if hormones are still present, the body cannot respond effectively. What is unfortunate is that many men do not realize these changes can be improved by starting with the right diet. There are certain foods, even as small as a handful, that contain nutrients capable of rebuilding blood vessels, balancing hormones, and nourishing the prostate. By simply choosing the right ones and staying consistent, the body can recover gradually, naturally, and sustainably. In the next parts, we will take a closer look at the specific food that science now recognizes as the number 1 companion for men's vitality after age 60. In early 2024, a team of scientists in Europe published a comprehensive analysis in the Journal of Urology, drawing significant attention from the geriatric medical community. They reviewed dozens of studies on diet and male vitality, and eventually focused on a nutritional factor that seemed quite ordinary: nuts. The aim of the study was to see whether adding a small amount of nuts to the daily diet could have any impact on hormonal function and male energy levels, after excluding studies that did not meet quality standards. The researchers selected 4 high-quality studies involving a total of 875 participants, primarily men between the ages of 40 and 60. Among them, 2 were randomized controlled trials, which are considered the strongest form of study to evaluate the effectiveness of an intervention. The men in these studies were divided into 2 groups. One group consumed between 60 and 75 grams of mixed nuts per day, while the other group either avoided nuts altogether or used a placebo substitute. The results were truly surprising. After 12 to 14 weeks, the group that consumed nuts daily showed significant improvements in markers related to vitality and hormone balance. Specifically, cellular indicators such as motility and energy of reproductive cells improved by 50 to over 60%. Mood, sleep quality, and self-confidence were also reported to improve notably in this group. What is interesting is that these positive changes did not come from medications or hormone therapy, but simply from adding a handful of nuts to the daily diet. This shows that sometimes the most effective solution is already sitting right in your kitchen. A small, consistent amount of nuts each day not only provides clean energy, but also helps regenerate blood vessel lining, regulate aging hormones, and support prostate health. When used correctly, nuts can truly become a natural companion for men who need gentle and sustainable support for their vitality in later years. You may be wondering how just a small handful of nuts each day could make such a big difference in the hormonal health and vitality of older men. The answer lies in the unique nutritional profile that natural nuts provide. Nuts are not only a clean source of energy, but also contain rare nutrients that the body desperately needs after age 60, yet often lacks from a regular diet. The first and most important group of nutrients are healthy fats, especially omega-3 and monounsaturated fats. These are the kinds of fats that support blood vessels and heart health. After 60, blood vessels tend to harden and lose elasticity, making it harder for blood to flow to the areas that need it most. Omega-3s and other healthy fats found in nuts help improve the flexibility of vessel walls, thereby boosting circulation to the brain. Heart, prostate, and organs responsible for vitality. When blood flows better, hormones are transported more efficiently, and overall energy naturally improves. Next is arginine, an essential amino acid found in nuts like walnuts, almonds, and pistachios. Arginine is a precursor to nitric oxide, a molecule that plays a vital role in regulating blood vessels. Nitric oxide allows blood vessels to expand when needed, ensuring that blood reaches key areas, especially during moments that require the body to respond quickly. For older men, the ability to produce nitric oxide tends to decline over time. Adding arginine from natural nuts is a safe and effective way to reactivate this process. In addition, nuts are rich in antioxidants, especially vitamin E and polyphenols. These compounds help neutralize free radicals, which are one of the main causes of blood vessel inflammation, cellular aging, and hormonal imbalance. Reducing inflammation not only protects the heart, but also helps stabilize mood and improve prostate function. Finally, one important detail that many people overlook is the low glycemic index of nuts. This means that when you eat nuts, you do not trigger sudden spikes in blood sugar. Blood sugar spikes can disrupt hormone production, unbalance the endocrine system, and reduce energy. Keeping blood sugar steady also helps protect reproductive and urinary cells from damage. When all of these benefits are added up, even a little at a time each day, they can create a long-lasting improvement in vitality and overall health for men after the age of 60. Now that we understand why nuts can powerfully support hormonal health and vitality in older men, the next logical question is which specific types of nuts should you choose, and how much is just enough to bring real results without causing side effects? The answers come directly from studies conducted over the past several years. The first and most frequently mentioned nut is the walnut. In randomized controlled trials, men who consumed 75 grams of walnuts daily for 12 weeks showed significant improvements in the vitality of reproductive cells, blood circulation, and overall energy levels. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, arginine, and powerful antioxidants, exactly the nutrients older adults are often lacking. In addition, walnuts contain natural melatonin, which helps improve sleep, a critical factor in maintaining hormonal balance. Next is the almond, a widely available nut with a pleasant taste. Almonds are high in vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects cells from premature aging and supports prostate health. For those who often struggle with poor memory, almonds also benefit brain function and focus. In one study, using a nut blend including walnuts, almonds, and hazelnuts, men who consumed 60 grams per day for 14 weeks reported noticeably higher vitality compared to those who did not eat nuts. Another nut worth mentioning is the hazelnut. Hazelnuts are rich in anti-inflammatory compounds, making them a great choice for individuals with cardiovascular concerns, high blood pressure, or those taking chronic medications. The healthy fats in hazelnuts help regulate bad cholesterol, indirectly improving circulation to organs responsible for vitality. Although not as popular as walnuts or almonds, hazelnuts are a strong option when mixing a nut variety. Finally, we cannot forget about pistachios. Although research on pistachios is more limited in number, the findings are quite promising. In a small trial involving 17 men who consumed 100 grams of pistachios daily for 3 weeks, scientists observed improved blood flow to key areas through Doppler ultrasound imaging. Pistachios contain lutein, zeaxanthin, and polyphenols, nutrients that not only support eye health, but also protect blood vessels from microdamage, which becomes increasingly important with age. So, which nut should you choose? The answer is you do not have to choose just one. A balanced portion for men over 60 is around 30 to 60 grams per day, consisting of 2 to 3 different types. For example, 20 grams of walnuts, 20 grams of almonds, and 20 grams of pistachios. These can be eaten after breakfast or as a mid-afternoon snack. Avoid eating them on an empty stomach, and do not replace main meals with nuts. If consumed in the right amounts, and if you choose unsweetened, unsalted varieties, you may begin to feel lighter, more alert, and sleep more deeply after just a few weeks, all of which are essential foundations for restoring energy in a natural and lasting way. While nuts offer many benefits for hormonal health and vitality in later life, using them incorrectly may reduce their effectiveness or even lead to unwanted side effects. That is why, in addition to choosing the right types and proper portions, there are several important points to keep in mind to ensure the recovery process is smooth and complete. First, avoid nuts that are salted, sugar-coated, or fried in oil. Commercially processed nuts often contain high levels of sodium, unhealthy fats, or preservatives. These additives not only harm the cardiovascular system, but also strip away the natural benefits of the nuts themselves. It is best to choose dry roasted, unsalted nuts with no added flavors. Store them in an airtight container and consume within 1 month of opening the package. Second, do not overeat. Even though nuts are healthy, they are also dense in calories and fats. Eating too much may cause indigestion, bloating, or unintentional weight gain, especially in older adults with slower metabolism. The safe daily intake is 30 to 60 grams, which is about 1 small handful, divided into 1 or 2 servings per day. Never replace a full meal with nuts. Third, individuals taking specific medications, such as blood thinners, statins for cholesterol, or diabetes medications, should consult their doctor before adding a large amount of nuts to their diet. Some types of nuts may have mild interactions with medications or affect nutrient absorption. If you have a history of nut allergies, avoid them or start with a very small amount while monitoring your body's response. Finally, the benefits of eating nuts will be most noticeable when combined with a healthy lifestyle. Aim to get 6 to 7 hours of quality sleep each night. Take a light walk for 15 to 20 minutes daily, and maintain a relaxed, positive mindset. These simple habits, when paired with a balanced diet, will help stabilize hormone levels and naturally support long-lasting vitality. Adding nuts to your daily routine is not just a simple dietary tip. In fact, it is now being viewed as part of a broader strategy to naturally support hormone balance in middle-aged and older men. One of the leading experts in this area is Dr. Kevin McVary, a senior member of the American Urological Association (AUA) and professor of urology at Southern Illinois University. In numerous professional conferences, he has repeatedly emphasized the role of natural nutrition in preserving men's hormonal health. According to Dr. McVary, after age 60, testosterone levels, the key hormone responsible for maintaining energy and mood, decline by an average of 1 to 2% per year. However, he also stresses that this process can be significantly slowed if older adults maintain a balanced lifestyle and proper nutrition. At the top of his recommended food list are natural nuts. Due to their ability to improve blood circulation, reduce inflammation, and help stabilize hormone levels. Beyond diet, Dr. McVary promotes a long-term model for maintaining vitality that rests on 4 essential pillars: proper nutrition, regular physical activity, deep sleep, and stress management. He explains that without all 4 components, adding a single healthy food is like placing a brick on an unstable foundation. The human body, especially after age 60, no longer responds quickly to short-term fixes. Instead, it requires a consistent, gentle, and steady process of restoration each day. That is why, in addition to eating nuts daily, you should also re-examine your overall daily rhythm. Are you getting enough sleep? Do you take a few minutes to relax each afternoon? Or is your body being pulled in too many directions by everyday worries? Recovery in later life does not come from a miracle pill. It comes from the kindness you show your body each and every day. And according to many experts, nuts are one of the gentlest signals that can help activate the body's natural healing process from within. You may have already tried many methods to restore your vitality after age 60. You might have heard countless advertisements about pills, supplements, or even complex treatment options. But sometimes, the most sustainable solution lies in the simplest habit: a handful of nuts each day. Nuts are more than just a heart-healthy snack. They are a quiet source of nourishment that helps restore blood flow, support hormonal balance, and stabilize male vitality in later years naturally, without the need for medication, with omega-3s, arginine, antioxidants, and essential vitamins. Nuts gently support the prostate, hormones, and even nighttime sleep, key factors that define your quality of life after 60. You do not have to change everything overnight. Just start with one small but meaningful step. Beginning tomorrow morning, add a few nuts to your breakfast or enjoy them as an afternoon snack. If you stay consistent each day, within a few weeks, you may feel lighter, more refreshed, and above all, a natural return of strength from within. If you found today's message helpful, don't forget to hit the follow button so you won't miss upcoming tips on foods, exercises, and herbal support for healthy aging. What kind of nuts are you including in your daily meals? Share your experience in the comments below so we can all learn together. We read every response and look forward to walking with you on this gentle yet effective journey toward better health.